This way.
Right over here.
You're fine. This way. Where is he? Where's she say?
I'm close.
I need you to move. Over there. All the way over there.
Oh, come on. They just tend to make women in chairs move. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Fantastic. Are we ready to get this started? All right, my name's Malice. I'm with Casey Women's Action Collective. I'm going to do a brief mutual agreement with the crowd here today. We are gathered to stand up for our voices, to use our voices and say that we can't overturn our votes, that our voices matter. We're here to stand united, to build community, to connect, but also to hear some incredible speakers and their perspectives on what's going on. Y'all down for that? All right, this is a protest, so we will have a mutual agreement, and that mutual agreement starts with, this is a non-violent protest. Can I get an I agree? I agree! If we see counter-protesters, agitators, or anybody instigating, we will not engage. We will instead step away and create distance. Can I get an I agree? I agree! We will look out for each other, look out for your neighbors, let anybody know if it's too hot, if anybody needs water. We've got a medic table back here. If you need assistance, find somebody with a walkie or in a vest. We are here to help. But overall, we want to make sure that we stand tall, we stand strong, and everybody goes home safe, yeah? Yeah! All right, to kick us off, we have Jess Piper. Who knows who Jess Piper is? Well, I probably don't have to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. Jess Piper is the executive director for Blue, Missouri. She hosts a weekly podcast called Dirt Road Democrat. Anybody here listen to that? Love that. Blue, Missouri is a joint project between former Ohio Democratic Party Chair David Pepper and Every State Blue. Since 2017, the Blue, Missouri community has raised and distributed over $350,000 for Democratic nominees for Missouri state legislators. All right, I'm going to bring up Jess Piper so we can hear her incredible message today.
Thank you, friends. There's about as many people in this crowd as there is from the hometown that I just drove from. It's so good to be with like-minded people today. My name is Jess Piper. I'm from the cornfields and the bean fields of Northwest Missouri, and I have come here to talk to you today about the Missouri GOP overturning the will of the people. Friends, we passed both initiatives. We did the raise minimum wage and the earned sick time. 1.6 million Missourians voted for that. 1.6 million Missourians are having their voices overturned. 1.3 million Missourians voted for bodily autonomy. 1.3 million Missourians are having their voices overturned. This is not what democracy looks like. I want to tell you a short story from a nurse that I heard from. She was talking about working triage in a hospital one day. She was at the triage center when a woman came in with a baby wrapped in a rug that was blue. The mom had on a fast food uniform. She brought the baby to the center, and the nurses could not figure out why the baby was blue. There was nothing in her airway. What was going on? She said, "Where has this baby been?" She said, "Well, I was at work, and the baby was sick. So she stayed with my mom, who is on hospice for cancer. And my 8-year-old niece was watching my baby. I don't know what happened." The dad came running in. Same thing, panicked. Didn't know what was going on. They said, "Who was watching the baby?" The 8-year-old was watching the baby. She said, "I called and the baby was running a fever. And I told my 8-year-old niece, there is Motrin in the cabinet. Please go grab the Motrin and give it to the baby." The 8-year-old grabbed grandma's morphine. and gave the morphine to the baby. They were able to save the baby. But this is to say that mom and that dad went to work because there was no earned sick time in that state. And that is what we overturned and we gave to the people, and they got it for 60 days. They got it from May 1 to August 28th when we take that away from them. Earned sick time. Do you know what they are against? 1 hour for every 30 hours worked. That's what they're against. They're against $13.75 for people when the average rate for an apartment in Kansas City is $1,400 a month. How can you get by on $13.75? Much less than that. They are overturning the will of the people, and they do it over and over again. We've seen it in this state. We passed Clean Missouri. The next year, they put it back on the ballot, and now we have gerrymandering again. But we know this about Missouri. I speak all across the country, and people say, you get what you vote for. Friends, we don't have people to vote for because we don't have Democrats running down ballot in places outside of Kansas City. And I know it must be frustrating for people in Kansas City who elect Democrats and do the right thing, and then your will is overturned by places where I live. Do you know why it's overturned, friends? Because there are no Democrats running. Because when I went to vote in August, I couldn't vote for one single county office because there was no Democrat running. I couldn't vote for the sheriff. I couldn't vote for the prosecutor. I couldn't vote for my state representative. I couldn't vote for my state senator because there are no Democrats running. What are we going to do about that, friends? Run! Run everywhere. Contest every single race. We, the people, will not go back. We, the people, demand a higher minimum wage. We, the people, demand sick time. We, the people, demand bodily autonomy. We are up against outrageous corruption from the federal level all the way down to the state level. We elected people who told us from the beginning they would not honor our will. When we told them we were going to put this on the ballot, they said, go ahead. It doesn't matter because we're not going to let it stand. And they were telling us the truth. They're saying the loud part, the quiet part out loud. We have somebody, his name is, he's from Harrisonville, and he's a representative. And he told us this: Missouri is not supposed to have Democratic representation. He said Missouri is supposed to elect representatives who go to the state house, and it doesn't matter what you want after that. They're going to make sure that they do what they want. I was in rural Missouri, and I took up signatures for both of these things. And I took up signatures for the abortion amendment. And people will say, there's no Democrats out in rural parts of the country. Let me tell you this. I pulled into a church parking lot where women were waiting to sign to get their bodily autonomy back. The first woman who signed it, yeah, did you know what? There are Democrats who are also Christians. I know that's hard to believe, but it's the God's honest truth. Do you know what a Christian would do? Mind their business. You know what Jesus would do? Walk with sinners and make sure that people who needed whatever they needed would get it, because that's the message of Jesus. But this woman who showed up, the very first woman, she signed the petition. She got up and she started texting. I said, who are you texting? She said, my Bible group. I got to remind them to get out here and sign this petition. We are not free when we are living under an oligarchy. Our democracy is slowly fading. Actually, it's not slow anymore. It's going pretty quick. The thing to remind the people that you know, they don't have to be Democrats. They can be independents. They can be Republicans. This is about freedom. What they're doing right now is overreach. They are reaching into our bedrooms. They are reaching into our classrooms. They are reaching into our doctor's offices, and they are harming the people of our state. So this is what we're going to do, friends. We are going to stand up. We are going to link arms. We are going to draw a line in the sand. No more. You will go no further, because we will stand up in front of you. If you look like me, then you need to put your body in front of other people. If you see mass people coming to take our friends, if you see people in unmarked vehicles coming to take our friends, put your body in front of them. Use your privilege for good. Resist, friends. That's what I have to tell you. Resist. Thank you.
What an incredible message. Give her a big round of applause. I'm feeling inspired. I can tell you are. We're going to keep this show rolling. Next up, I'm going to introduce Sass. Sass is an organizer with Casey Women's Action Collective, as well as Trans Act and Trans Protection Party. Sass has been a pillar of the community here in KC, and you've probably seen her here at a protest, down at River Market at a protest, downtown at a protest, at a meeting, at an educational opportunity, or at a community picnic. There's one thing that is true at all times. She's here, she's involved. Let's hear what she has to say.
I stick out in the crowd. What can I say? What can I say? Thank you so much for coming, everybody. So real quick, show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Absolutely. I'm so thankful for you all coming out today. It's so important. We have to push back. We have to fight. They're turning back the will of the people. And you know what? We did not win Amendment 3. We did not win Proposition A with just Democrats. With 1.6 and 1.3 million votes, we had independents, we had conservatives. These are bipartisan issues that have bipartisan support, and these Republican representatives and senators are defying even their own people's wishes and their own constituents, and I don't think that's right. And you know what? As a trans person, I have to point out that they couldn't miss taking the opportunity to tack on another dig at our people and our access to gender-affirming care in this abortion ban. What the hell does gender-affirming care for minors have to do with abortion? Can anyone answer that? Yeah, me neither. As Jess said, we have to fight, we have to resist, we have to keep pushing, and you know what? We have to keep having conversations. Right? There were independents, there were conservatives that were voting with us, that were voting for these progressive issues, these massively progressive issues, even in those red rural districts. So we can't be afraid of having conversations with that one uncle that you don't really like, right? With that neighbor who's kind of a dick, right? We can't be afraid of having these conversations because the cognitive dissonance between voting for Amendment 3 and then electing all fucking Republicans in this state is absolutely insane. So we have to keep pushing, we have to keep lobbying these people, we have to keep having these uncomfortable conversations. Activism is not all fun and not all screaming in the park and having a good time with people. Sometimes it's being uncomfortable. All right, who's down to be uncomfortable? Growth, all good things happen when we're uncomfortable, friends. We have to keep putting ourselves out there, and just like Jess said, particularly those of us with privilege, right? Because when it comes down to it, some of these people on the right, they're not going to listen to someone who doesn't look like me. Right? They're not going to listen to someone who doesn't have my color of skin or who isn't a male. Like, it depends on the audience. You've got, if you have that privilege, if you're a man and you've got that privilege, if you're white, you've got that privilege. You've got to use whatever you have at your disposal, vroom, vroom, whatever you have at your disposal, all right, to support this movement. And you know what? For all the Gen Zers out here, both of you, yes, I need you all to kick your friends' asses. Where are they? Where are they? Every weekend we've been out here. There's been protests all over the city the whole time for the last few months. And you know what? I love to see the older generations come out. We fucking love you. We appreciate you. It's badass that you're out here. But we also know that the lifeblood of any resistance movement is the young. It is the kids. It is the younger generation. So Gen Alpha, Gen Z. Can I get your commitment that you're going to a little bit of loving bullying of your friends to get them out here, all right? Drag them out here. I promise, once you get them here, they will love it. I know the pandemic had a big impact and people have the anxiety and don't want to be out and be social, and I get it, but feel this love. We feel this right now? We have to get out here. Drag them to this. Lie and say you're going to P.F. Chang's and bring them here. I don't care. Beg, borrow, steal, cheat, just get them here, okay? And we have to keep fighting. And it just bewilders me how we made all this progress, right? And we're in 2025, and then we're back to having these same fucking fights that we've been having for decades. And you know what? Part of it is, I believe part of it is we think that we show up for election day, right? And that's it. Or we come to the protest, right? And that's it. We did our good deed, right? But this right here, showing up one time doesn't save the world, friends. It is not a one-time action. It's not even over a few months, right? It is day in and day out is a shift in the way that you move through the world. It is deciding to continue to fight for what you believe in and what the people want and what the people need, all right? So can we all make a commitment that our efforts do not stop here? It does not stop with this protest. It doesn't stop with just protest actions in general. We call our representatives, we vote, we have direct discussions, we go to community building events, we go to education and trainings, and we keep building. We knock on doors and canvass, which is so important. Let me tell you, I spent hours in the hot sun canvassing for Amendment 3, and I'm fucking pissed. So we need you out there on those doors. And as a trans woman who's not exactly subtle, I'll tell you, the number of people who gave me any kind of shit was 0. So a lot of people have anxiety, and they're scared, and they're worried about the crazy lunatics that answer the door. The worst they tell you is, get the fuck off my porch, all right? They're not going to attack you. They're going to tell you to go away or not answer the door. So move past that fear. Go canvass in groups. Knock on doors. Having those direct conversations is so important. So you're going to see those opportunities come up, especially now that they're trying to come back and roll back Amendment 3. You're going to see, I'm sure Missourians for Constitutional Freedom is going to pop back up. You're going to see people all over the place trying to canvass for that, trying to knock on doors. And don't just do it in the city. The city is blue. We like it here. It's friendly. We have to hit the purple suburbs. We have to try to get out to the rural areas when we can. All right, not just here in the safe spot. Take 10 people. Take a couple cars. Go out there and hit one of those flippable areas, all right? Because guess what? Even though you might be a little bit nervous around conservatives or people out in the more rural areas, guess what? Plenty of them voted for this too, all right? So when you say, hey, I'm here to talk about abortion rights, you might have a good conversation. I've had some good conversations with people that I wouldn't want to share a meal with, frankly. And they're not all bad. Every single person is a human. They may have shitty opinions, but they're all people, okay? And a lot of them are willing to have a respectful conversation. So if I can impress anything upon the people here today, is don't be afraid to be active. Don't be afraid to be out in the streets. Don't be afraid to call people. Don't be afraid to knock on doors and have direct conversations. And so I'm with KC Women's Action Collective. We help run a lot of the protests down here in the plaza. I know you've probably seen me around. But also we have a Democracy 201 training coming up on June 1st at 1:30 p.m. at the Waldo Library, where we're going to teach people how to track legislation, how to read bills, how to keep up to date with elections and find out who your representatives, how to keep track of the system. And then we're going to do a 301 for how to pressure that system. How does that sound? On top of that, in July, we're going to be doing a guided tour of the Black Archives, which is located right here in Kansas City. I didn't even know that until Black History Month this year. A lot of people aren't aware of that. It's a huge opportunity. It's a magnificent resource, and we're going to go tour the archives. We're going to probably do some catering and stuff in there and get some money into that community, and also have some uncomfortable conversations about racial equity. All right? So that's another opportunity to get uncomfortable and do some learning. So who's coming out to that? The Black Archives? Huh? There we go. That's on the Vine, 18th and Vine. And you can follow us on all the socials, like on Facebook, we're KC Women's Action Collective. On Insta, we are KCWAC. We're on TikTok. Yeah, we got cards over here, right here, my girl Malice with the vest. So come connect with us and keep fighting today, tomorrow, next month, next year, next fucking decade. We keep fighting. It is not a one-time battle. It is a lifetime. You hear me? We can't let them roll back these freedoms we've fought for, all right? We have to keep fighting. All right, show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy
Louder, show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
You're damn right.
How we feeling? All right. Who's gonna go home today and have a hard conversation with somebody? Talk to a neighbor, to a coworker, to a friend, to the person you see at the grocery store. Who's going to step in and protect our neighbors when you see people come to take them? Fantastic. That's the energy I love to see. We're going to move on with Do Something Mo. I believe it is Jackie Evans coming to join us. A little bit about Do Something Mo. They started back in February when 7 concerned citizens met for coffee, feeling a little hopeless about the political climate. I'm sure we can all relate. Since then, this group has grown to over 1,000 supporters, focused on local action, helping neighbors. Jackie Evans, her volunteer coordinator, will share what the group has accomplished and what's ahead.
Hello, everybody. All right, I'll make this short and sweet because I know it's hot out here. We started because we can't go to Washington and change things, but we can help our neighbors, right? So one of the first things we did was a food drive in Parkville, and basically there it was basically empty shelves, and we were able to stock their full pantry. We're talking about a U-Haul cargo van full, several pickup trucks full of food. They were so grateful because with all the job losses, I don't know if you've heard about that, but a lot of people have been kicked off their job. Well, they were feeding about 10 families a week. Now it's up to 30 to 35. And so we need to help our neighbors. So we have lots of volunteer opportunities. I'm going to name off a few, but I really want you to go to our Do Something Mo Facebook page. It'll tell you when we're meeting, what we're doing. And if you have a group that is doing something in the community, let us know and we'll post it because we're kind of like a clearinghouse. If you want to do a food drive, please come talk to us. We can tell you about all the mistakes we made that you don't have to do the same thing. So this is what we have done, the food drive. And then we also have Victory Garden. I don't know if you guys are old enough to know back in the day you had to grow your own food. Well, we have seeds donated. If you want seeds to start a garden or even flowers, we have lots of those. You can come to our meeting and get some seeds. In the future, we're going to have a sock hop. Anyone here old enough to know what a sock hop is? Woo, all right. We're gathering socks, and several organizations have already donated socks. And we're going to have a party in this fall and give it to the homeless. We're having a hygiene drive that's going to support Synergy. We have a Veterans Work Day in July. We can come and get our hands dirty and do something to help the veterans. We're having a school supply drive with a twist. Instead of the students, we're going to supply for the teachers. They're the ones that need stuff.
Great idea.
Also, we're having a communication workshop because you might sometimes talk to someone that doesn't believe like you believe. Well, yelling doesn't work, but we're going to teach you some skills to how to talk to people who might be on the fence or maybe voted for a certain person and now they're disgruntled. Well, how to have a conversation is going to be productive. So that is coming up. Also, how to plan for future food supply shortages. I don't know if you heard of the tariffs. Okay, there's less things on the shelves, so we're going to teach people how to conserve, how to buy smart, and how to supply, for maybe a couple weeks or a couple months. And so please come to those meetings. We also support things in the community like Banneker School and the Washington Chapel in Parkville. Also, we're working on voter registration. Who thinks that's important? Yeah. Well, guess what? You might be kicked off the roll or not know it. So we're going to have workshops to see if you can find out if you're still a registered voter, and you have to be registered in time to vote for certain elections. So really making people aware of those deadlines that, votes are what matters. Also, you might have heard of banned books. Some of our favorite books have been banned. You heard about that? Right. We're going to have a banned book club, and we're going to get together and read those books, and we're going to pass that information on to other generation so it does not just get banned and nobody will know. So you want to get involved, you can come to our picnic tomorrow. We have one at Berry Road Park from 1 to 5. Sunday, it's just an open picnic, bring food, we'll have hot dogs, hamburgers. If you just want to come and hang out, like-minded people, bring friends, neighbors, and learn more about what Do Something is doing. And lastly, we have swag. We have t-shirts, like the one I'm having on, and soon winter scarves and tote bags. But the main thing is go to Do Something Facebook page, find out what we're doing, how you can get involved. If you want to volunteer, we can plug into that. So I want everyone to say, do something. Do something. All right, thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119,
All right, so Jess told us who to talk to, yeah? Sass told us where to talk to people, yeah? Jackie told us she's going to teach us how to have that conversation. Are we down for that? I love this. Fantastic. All right, next up we have Allison Siafe Scheibel from Respect Mo Voters. She's going to be having a conversation with us to represent Respect Mo Voters. Allison is a volunteer. Respect Mo Voters is a cross-partisan, grassroots, volunteer-led campaign working to protect the citizens' initiative process. And they're making our government respect the choices made by the citizens of Missouri. That's why we're here, yeah? All right, give it up for Allison.
Hi there. How's everybody doing? Good? Yeah, pretty nerve-wracking up here following such great speakers already. So, yeah, hopefully I can compete. So hi, my name is Allison Siafe Scheibel. I'm with Respect Missouri Voters Coalition. It's great to see you all here, but I don't think we would be here today if we were happy with our elected representatives in Jefferson City. I have a question for you. Do you believe that politicians in Jeff City are listening to you?
No!
I can't hear you.
No!
One more time so they can hear you across Missouri.
No!
Excellent. I didn't think so. You wouldn't be out here if they were. Who here voted last November? Right? Remember those questions at the end of your ballot back in November for Prop A, Amendment 3? In the state of Missouri, we the people have the awesome power to amend our state constitution and propose new laws. When our representatives fail to do their jobs, it's a lot of work, but the voters get to decide what's best for us at the end of the day. Missourians have been amending our state constitution at the ballot box for over 100 years. This power is so great that the politicians in Jefferson City are afraid of it. They're so scared of our power, they've been chipping away at it for decades. We knew this was coming, but on their way out the door past Wednesday, these out-of-touch politicians overturned and threatened 2 initiatives Missourians voted for past November. Most of Proposition A is now undone, and Amendment 3 is being sent back to the ballot with extremely deceptive ballot language. The Let Politicians Lie Act puts our freedom to use the Citizens Initiative in serious jeopardy. It gives the Secretary of State the ability to write misleading ballot language for initiatives and then drag out the fight over that language until it's too late for the movements like ours to collect enough signatures. But we are not going to sit by while our freedom to petition is stripped from us.
Hell no!
Yeah, that's right, hell no. Respect Missouri Voters has a plan to put an amendment on the ballot in November of 2026 to protect and preserve this century-old right. We held town halls across the state to find out what you, the voters of Missouri, want in this amendment. We are finalizing our policy now and will begin gathering 300,000 signatures. We'll need to get this on the ballot for July. Excuse me, this July. The only thing missing is, of course, all of you. A statewide campaign like ours takes a lot of organizing. We are a cross-partisan and volunteer-led coalition. It's truly a grassroots movement. Together, we will ban Missouri politicians from overturning what we have already voted for. Ban them from attacking your ability to use the initiative process. And ban them from manipulating language on ballot to trick voters. Now, chant with me. No more tricks. Respect Missouri voters. No more tricks. Respect Missouri voters. Tricks. Respect Missouri voters. No more tricks. Respect Missouri voters. All right, visit our table and sign up to join this very powerful movement of ours. There are all sorts of roles to fill for volunteers, and of course, we need a lot of people to gather signatures for us. So if you are ready to get out there and help, come join us.
Can we have a little commotion for the hat? So off topic, but that hat is fire. How are we feeling? Awesome. We're almost done, but we've got one more lovely speaker. We're keeping the momentum going forward. We want to talk about ways that you can show up at future events, some pop-up events that are important for us to have people at. You want to come join us?
Hi there, thank you very much. I'll make it very quick. So my partner Karen and I are on the Indivisible Kansas City events team, subcommittee pop-up events. So this is, you guys come to the plaza, not everybody comes to the plaza, so this is kind of a reach out kind of a thing. We are going into the neighborhoods at a busy intersection, got to make it worth our time. And the ones that we've had so far are very revealing. There are a lot of clueless people out there, and we are raising awareness in 2 hours drive time on the way home, 4 to 6 p.m. during the week. We don't need it to be a plaza size event, although that would be fine on the busier, bigger intersections, but a good 40 or 50 people that we can count on. And the thing about these things is they're unrolling quickly. People are wanting to partner up. We partnered with the Cass County Democrats last week, and we got spat at a lot. A lot of people did not appreciate our being there, but that we got flipped off. Yep, we got yelled at, all sorts of stuff. So wear your thick skin, and as always, spread the word. And then do be sure to go to indivisibleKansasCity.org and look at the events calendar. And do it frequently, because I just had another one pop up yesterday. So we have the one on Monday, 60th and Ward Parkway. That's just Monday, right? And then the new one that popped up yesterday is with the Platte City Democrats. And they are partnering with us on June 6th. That's a Friday. And they also are a red territory, so wear your thick skin. But it, I believe, is the way we're going to do this. We're going to go to neighborhoods all around Kansas City. If you are someone who is in a position to say to me, hey, come to my neighborhood, or I think this would be a good place, please come see me. And we got to get them all lined up so we can get out there and make this thing grow. Thank you very much. Here's my partner, Karen.
Keep it going for Paisley. Thank you so much. I just wanted to encourage everyone to get as involved as possible. Boots on the Ground has a fantastic newsletter. We're trying to be all-inclusive of all events going on in the Kansas City Metro and across the state of Kansas and Missouri. So thank you guys so much. Definitely go to indivisible.org and bootsonthegroundmidwest.com. Thank you so much.
Yeah, more ways to get involved and stand up. We also want to shout out a few other groups. We've got 5051 Missouri. We've got Real KC Protest. We've got the Election Truth Alliance. All right. So I have one more question for you. Can I trust that everyone here is going to find someone they did not come with that they do not already know and make a connection? Connecting, uniting, building community is how we make a big impact. Go home with a new friend today. Can we do that? All right, let's stand tall, stand proud, wave those signs high, and remember, we are committed to a nonviolent protest. Watch out for each other.
What do you think? Leave a message in the comments. Other than that, I'm just gonna wander around. So if you'll hang out, that's cool. Over.
Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Hey, Brian. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Musk has got to go. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. 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 No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
I agree with this sign completely. Very fact checkable, and it will be found to be true. And
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tax the rich and not the poor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tax the rich and not the poor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tax the rich and not the poor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tax the rich and not the poor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tax the rich and not the poor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tax the rich and not the poor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tax the rich and not the poor.
Elon Musk has got to go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Elon Musk has got to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elon Musk has got to go. Our bodies, our choice. Our bodies, our bodies, our bodies, our choice. Our bodies, our choice. Our bodies, our choice. Our bodies, our choice.
If you still have one, make sure you break it out. How's it going? Hey, where else am I gonna be? Gotta make sure the message out.
And it's Saturday, so of course you're gonna be busy.
Well, I mean, why are we all working? I mean, that's usually one of the, I mean, yeah, I'll be working tomorrow, so I mean, I can't say I have the weekends off anymore, but still, it doesn't even matter. Pay my bills.
I know. I was talking to girlfriends last night, and they were wanting to go do something at 10, and they said, I don't want to go to bed. I'm tired. And yeah, I said, this is where they keep us poor, so we won't be out late doing shenanigans and getting in trouble.
Hey, that's how I feel. I feel the exact same way. Here. Well, I'm gonna good to see you out here. Graduation, we're gonna keep this off camera because it's not our moment. We probably caught her already. Okay, we got most.
No peace. No peace. No peace.
Sorry, you get stuck in your head.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
I love the hat. I got
Democracy looks like.
Jess it.
This is what
Okay.
democracy looks like.
Again,
This
have
is
fun.
what democracy looks like.
Bye.
When I say please, you say Donald.